Hi guys, thanks for watching this video which is showing you the unboxing of my brand new mobile phone. As some of you may know from my previous video, I did have the Sony Xperia Z in purple. I love that phone and everything was going splendidly. Mine and its relationship was getting on pretty damn well. Then a couple of weeks ago, literally went to get my phone out of my pocket. Oh, there's a crack on the screen. I don't know how I did it. I can only imagine that it was from sitting badly on it in my pocket, in my back pocket, in my jeans. But it has basically meant that that whole top piece of the screen now doesn't work and isn't responsive. Oh, okay, it does work just below the crack there. But yeah, it's made it quite a nightmare. I didn't realise how much I relied on pulling down that top bar, and especially just for a lot of things on websites and internet browsing, I can't touch up there to move about and what have you. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, just pay 60, 70 quid and get it fixed by Sony, which I could have done, and I am going to do, but this little bad boy is out, and it was my birthday, so I kind of had a good excuse to get an upgrade and get away with it. So, my husband very kindly bought this for me. I am still going to fix my old phone and then sell it probably once it's been fixed, but it was a good excuse to get the upgrade. And also, what I like about this Z1 Compact, or just the Z1 in general, compared to when I got the Z, was that with the Z it was very much marketed that yes, if you got it dirty you could rinse it and what have you, but it was never marketed as being an underwater phone, whereas the new video advertising this phone specifically shows people in the swimming pool using it underwater, and they've actually added a camera button on the side of the phone so that you can't just do videos but you can do still photos as well, because you've got that button that you can press, because obviously the touchscreen wouldn't work underwater. So that was one real keen for me, because I love playing with my phone underwater, and to be honest, I have used that one underwater and it's been absolutely fine. In fact, I used it only a couple of weeks ago underwater and it's been great with that, as long as you make sure all the edges are sealed. It's really not a problem at all. I believe it's meant to actually tell you if any of the sides aren't closed up properly, and give you a warning before you put it underwater. It will tell you if something's not closed, so hopefully to avoid any kind of mishaps like that. Although, thinking about it, how would that work? Because how would it know, oh, you're about to put it underwater, best tell her that's not closed? Because it can't read your mind, but anywho. For some reason in the UK, well, I guess it's not for some reason, I guess it's down to popularity, the pink is about £100 more expensive than all the other colours. You can get the black and white for around £300, I believe. The pink, £400. I guess purely down to popularity. So, you can imagine my shock surprise when I opened this morning. He found me pink! Uber super excited. So, yes, this is a look at the handset. Instant differences between the two are quite noticeable. I have had a quick look through this morning because I unwrapped it and I just couldn't wait. But actually, do you know what? This colour is not showing up very well on this camera. It's a real hot pink and it's looking more reddy orange, unfortunately. But yeah, instantly, these edges this time round are metal. You can feel the coldness of them, chrome, whatever you want to call it, I'm not too sure. But yeah, you can feel the coldness of the edges compared to the middle of the phone. Whereas this phone, it's all plastic. It looks lovely. I think all these phones look really expensive and feel expensive. They feel good quality, says she with a cracked phone. But compared to, like, I don't want to criticise anyone, but compared to, say, the Samsungs, I think they feel a bit more plasticky. Whereas these, especially this new one, feels the biz. And it feels, I suppose, on par with, well, I prefer it, but on par with iPhone even, like the metal feel of it and the quality of it. I think it feels how expensive it is, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Another thing I love that they've added is that the headphone jack isn't under a separate cover anymore, because that is actually one thing that I used really frequently. So to always have to have one of those flappy bits open and just kind of hanging there, I'll show you. You have to have that up to get to the headphone jack, and it was just always kind of up standing there while your headphones in, which was a bit annoying. So yeah, they've found a way of not letting the water through, but the headphone jack's now exposed. As I said, they've now got a designated camera button for you to use underwater and what have you. The power button and volume's still on the side as with the Z. And yeah, the one thing I have noticed is the speaker at the bottom is much, much bigger. That at the bottom of my phone was the speaker before. I don't know how that's going to affect sound quality, it's probably exactly the same, but way different. That whole bottom piece is now a speaker apparently. So yeah, that is a look of the phone. The camera, slightly different features to it. The camera is actually a little bit bigger, if you can see. The circle's a tiny bit bigger. I can't remember the difference in the camera. I know this new one is 20.7 megapixel. I know that one wasn't as high. It's definitely an upgrade. The flash is on the side rather than the underneath. I don't know whether that will help with the flash bleed, because you did get that a bit with this camera, but then I also think you're using a mobile phone, so there's only so much they can do in these tiny things. As for size comparison, a lot more up my street. I loved that phone, and I love the convenience of having such a big screen and watching YouTube videos and what have you on a larger screen. But for a girl who doesn't really carry around a bag or a handbag with me, quite the one to just shove my phone in my jeans pocket, it's very big to do that, because as you probably know, you girls' jean pockets aren't as big as guys' jean pockets. They're quite tight and small, so that was a big phone to get in your pocket. This one, I believe, from the comparisons I've seen online, is still a tiny bit bigger than the iPhone, but a lot more comfortable for me to hold in my hand compared to this big thing. As you can see, the size difference is definitely there. Not a huge amount, but it's surprising how much of a difference it makes when actually holding it. There's the pink phone. Other contents in the box are exactly the same as my last video. So you have a front and back screen protector, and then underneath here you've got your power charger wall plug thingy, the USB lead, which also doubles up, obviously goes in there, USB cable, headphones with your headphone thingamybobs, and a USB adapter. There's the pink phone. Other contents in the box are exactly the same as my last video. So you have a front and back screen protector, and then underneath here you've got your power charger wall plug thingy, the USB lead, which also doubles up, obviously goes in there, USB cable, headphones with your headphone thingamybobs, a USB adapter, obviously your little instructions in there as well. So all in all, I'm extremely happy to have this phone. If you are thinking, well, hang on a minute, you're telling me to get it and you haven't even switched it on yet, it is because obviously I have had the Z already, the Xperia Z, and I think the actual phone setup and layout is going to be exactly the same. It's just obviously newer features, faster processor and what have you, so it can only be a good thing. So that is why. Obviously I know I haven't used this specific phone yet, but I've got a funny feeling it's going to be as good as my other one. Thank you for watching. Bye!